Hey everyone, Fa here from War Media, sitting here in my home office, and I've been completely obsessed lately with one thing: efficiently turning massive long-form videos into tons of small, highly shareable, snackable clips. If you are creating any kind of content at all, whether it's for YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, or Instagram, this essential workflow shift is absolutely crucial for your growth. Seriously, even if your primary videos are only 3 or 4 minutes long, there is still so much untapped gold to mine from them, and the tool that's been consistently doing that heavy lifting for us is Vizard. Let's be completely honest with each other. Current audience attention spans are absolutely brutal, often less than 10 seconds before they keep scrolling right past you. If you are still only posting hour-long webinars or even just 10-minute explanations and not slicing them up, I guarantee you are leaving massive amounts of potential reach and engagement on the table every single day. This is precisely why repurposing content is no longer an optional add-on. It is a foundational necessity for success in the modern content economy. I want to carefully walk you through exactly how this specific platform makes the entire repurposing process easy, incredibly fast, and surprisingly enjoyable to execute. I have been extensively testing this for quite some time now, and I am finally ready to share a super practical, completely newbie-friendly walkthrough so you can visualize how it fits into your actual creator workflow. The very first thing you notice upon logging in is that the main project homepage is incredibly minimal and super clean, which I always appreciate. If you are primarily working from a laptop or desktop computer, you will find that everything you need is right where you logically expect it to be: a big new project button, an import option, and some recommended templates ready to go. You have the flexibility to easily drop in a public video link, import local files straight from your hard drive, or connect your cloud storage, which is super handy when you are juggling content from multiple sources. For all the professional creators out there who are managing projects for actual paying clients, the project organization structure is honestly top-notch and a real differentiator. You can create dedicated, specific folders for each client or for every single new campaign, ensuring that absolutely nothing gets accidentally lost in the shuffle. The ability to create custom brand kits is built right into the core software. And for me, this feature has been an absolute lifesaver when managing multiple identities. If you are managing your own channel alongside a couple of different client obligations, you can securely save logos, branded intros and outros, specific color palettes, and even favorite fonts and unique audio clips. This means that when you are rapidly churning out a high volume of social media clips, everything remains perfectly on brand without you needing to manually recreate those assets every single time you start a new project. Now, let's get to the part that I know most of you watching right now really care about: the powerful, intelligent auto-editing capabilities. Vizard's dedicated auto-editing viral clips feature is genuinely brilliant because it intelligently scans your entire long video, pinpoints the exact segments most likely to perform well, and then generates ready-to-post clips automatically. I personally fed it a typical 6-minute talking head video, and in just a matter of minutes, it delivered multiple strong, compelling clips ready for review. There is a handy little performance score displayed right next to each generated clip, which gives you an immediate signal about how potentially viral that specific segment is likely to be. From there, you can quickly preview any suggestion, easily like it to save for later, or drop the clip directly into one of your established edit templates for immediate polishing. For creators who are constantly under tight deadlines, this feature picks up an enormous amount of truly heavy lifting that used to take hours of manual work. While other tools will certainly slice your video into smaller pieces, many of them still require significant manual trimming or painful guesswork just to locate those genuinely good, high-impact moments. What this platform does differently is that it intelligently surfaces those high-value moments for you right at the beginning of your editing process. Regarding import quality, you don't need to panic if your source file isn't the absolute highest resolution, as it comfortably handles both 1080p and 720p uploads for processing. Even when working with shorter source videos, say in the 3 or 4 minute range, the AI is still remarkably effective at finding those truly useful, engaging clips. We have rigorously tested this across various video lengths and different social platforms, and the underlying intelligence consistently finds those moments that truly land with an audience. The native resizing and built-in template functionality are another massive win for anyone trying to maintain multi-platform presence simultaneously. It allows for one-click resizing from traditional landscape right into the vertical 9:16 portrait format, or square, or whatever social requirement you need, and it intelligently auto-applies your saved templates. This ensures that your vital text overlays and any custom graphics stay perfectly positioned and readable across every single destination format you choose. If you are a creator who has ever wasted significant time re-exporting the exact same short clip 7 different times just for each unique platform, you will immediately appreciate this integrated functionality. Crucially, there are fully built-in, flexible templates where elements like your logo, captions, and graphics are movable, meaning you are never locked into one rigid, unchangeable look. You can save specific template configurations for any recurring series you produce. which will ultimately shave literal hours off your weekly production schedule. One feature that I feel is seriously underrated but incredibly powerful is the ability to create clips directly from the interactive transcript view. The transcript display itself is very clean and fully editable right there on the screen, allowing for quick corrections or highlighting specific sections. You can simply highlight any sentence or even a short paragraph and instantly convert that precise timestamp into a brand new, usable clip. For creators who often plan their short content around very specific punchlines, killer quotes, or essential how-to tips, this is genuinely the easiest extraction method available. You even have the capability to assign a title to that new clip right at the moment of its creation, which is fantastic for initial organization. It sounds like such a simple, minor feature, but trust me, it saves an enormous amount of fiddly time compared to constantly having to scrub back and forth across a traditional visual timeline manually. The system also intelligently generates suggested video chapters automatically, which is a huge bonus for overall content structure. If your main video naturally covers 2 or 3 distinct topics, the tool will suggest specific chapter titles and markers to help you organize that flow. Having those chapters readily available is beneficial not just for YouTube SEO, but also for prioritizing which segments you absolutely must repurpose first. Furthermore, the robust version history and the comprehensive downloads log are massive advantages, especially when you are working collaboratively in a team environment. You gain the capability to instantly revert to a previous draft or clearly see what specific team member published, what content, and precisely when they published it. The scheduling functionality is truly where this platform starts to pull significantly ahead of many of the other commonly known competitors in this space. The revolutionary auto schedule feature allows you to simply instruct the AI how frequently you wish to post content, and it will populate a calendar and handle the posting autonomously based on your set rules. When you couple that powerful scheduling with the dedicated content calendar feature, you end up with one single centralized place to plan, modify, and publish content across all your different social channels. A lot of other platforms force you into a tedious loop of exporting files and then manually uploading them to each network, or they charge you a separate, often substantial fee just for native publishing capabilities. This application uniquely integrates the entire editing process, the review process, and the final cross-platform publishing right into that same cohesive workflow, which is an immense time saver. To provide some context, let me briefly compare this to a couple of the other popular tools you might already be familiar with in your daily work. Adobe Express and other all-in-one design suites are fantastic for crafting beautiful visual assets and leveraging vast template libraries, but they are not specifically engineered to pinpoint viral moments within long videos. With those design tools, you often end up needing to perform manual, tedious edits just to find those high-performing clip candidates, and native scheduling is frequently limited or feels like an afterthought. Descript is undeniably excellent when your primary editing method revolves around manipulating the written transcript, yet its social scheduling and multi-format output workflows aren't as deeply integrated for bulk repurposing efforts. CapCut is an awesome, powerful option for quick, on-the-go mobile edits, but it simply was not designed to function as a centralized content calendar or a multi-client management system for agencies. The key takeaway here is that many tools excel at 1 or 2 specific tasks, but this platform attempts to seamlessly connect the entire content pipeline from start to finish, all within one accessible environment. That means it handles finding the clips, polishing those clips, scheduling them appropriately, and finally publishing them out, all in that one single interface. This is certainly not to imply that the tool is flawless, because absolutely no software solution is perfect in every single aspect of its design. There is always going to be a necessary learning curve involved whenever you want to dive deep into customizing a complex template or precisely tweaking those auto-detected chapter markers. However, when you weigh that small learning investment against the massive amount of time you save by avoiding manual timestamp trimming, multi-version resizing, and repetitive platform uploading, the trade-off is overwhelmingly positive. Let me share a few quick, practical tips that we learned during our extensive testing period that you can implement right away. First, do not get overly hung up on the initial source video length, because even relatively short pieces of content will consistently yield usable, engaging clips. Second, make sure you leverage that transcript to clip creation feature to quickly pull out any highly quotable or easily digestible snackable sound bites. Third, please make it a habit to save distinct brand templates specifically for each client, so that your entire team can reuse those established standards effortlessly. And finally, always trust the initial viral score as a helpful starting point. But remember to preview the clip first, and then make those small edits to tweak the hook or the automated caption if necessary. Before we conclude, I must briefly mention one feature that absolutely deserves its own separate deep dive examination: the integrated content assistant inside the editor. Think of this assistant as your personal creative co-pilot, capable of generating detailed show notes, drafting engaging caption copy, or even outlining a full blog post from your clip ideas. You can ask it to turn a specific video clip idea into a compelling LinkedIn announcement, or even into a structured X or Twitter thread, optimizing for each platform's native style. It's significantly more advanced than simple content recycling. It genuinely helps you ideate and strategize the best way to position each individual clip for maximum impact on its target network. For teams, the collaboration features make workflow incredibly smooth, allowing easy sharing of drafts, maintaining a full history of every edit, and assigning clear publishing permissions. If you frequently outsource editing work or collaborate closely with a client, having all assets, drafts, templates, and publish history residing in one secure workspace drastically simplifies communication and cuts down on back-and-forth emails. To fundamentally wrap this up, if you are genuinely serious about extracting maximum value from every single piece of long-form content you produce, this system turns that intention into a repeatable, reliable machine. It is absolutely not a magic silver bullet. You still fundamentally need great content and a solid overarching strategy, but it effectively removes a huge amount of production friction. You will end up producing a significantly higher volume of clips, keeping every single one perfectly on brand and actually getting them out to the waiting audiences without spending your entire day just uploading and resizing files. Now, I want to hear it directly from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which platform you post content on the most frequently right now. Also, tell me if you are currently more excited about the auto-editing capabilities, the scheduling features, or maybe the content calendar organization above all else. Based on your feedback, I will absolutely prioritize doing a much deeper, dedicated walkthrough on the specific area you request most often in a future video. If this breakdown was even remotely helpful to you today, please do your friend a huge favor and send this video to one person who is always complaining they simply don't have the time to repurpose their content effectively. I promise you, this tool will genuinely save that person countless hours of frustrating manual labor across their entire weekly schedule. All right, that is everything for this introduction, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video where I will finally deep dive into that content assistant and show a live example of turning a 10-minute talk into 15 ready-to-post pieces.